So welcome back everyone, Mike here. I have just finished up the brush hogging down here at the brick house. If you remember the other day, I had some problems breaking some shear bolts. I bought some of those county lines. I was calling it country line, but they're actually county line, and they didn't last long at all. But I got some proper grade 2 bolts. I even hit a few little stumps and a few logs and some dirt mounds down here. Didn't have any problems at all. So when I get back up to the house, I'll take the brush hog off, and we've got a very busy day planned today. I got to get caught up on some mowing, and then down at the Renewable Resources Processing Center, we're going to do a little expansion down there. Actually, just kind of clear things back a little bit. Everything's growing in. I got some grapevines, so we'll get a fire going, get the excavator down there, rip all that stuff down, get it all cleaned up. I mentioned the other day we're talking about getting a like a big pavilion built down there for the sawmill, for the excavator, tractor attachments, all that. So I'm trying to get things organized and cleaned up. Everything's just kind of a mess. You know, you get working on this and working on that, and you don't finish up over there. And so today I'm kind of regrouping and getting prepared to move forward. But anyway, I've got a great story for you guys. It's a pretty wild story. It really is. So we get, you know, letters and emails and comments and all that stuff, but we have a P.O. box. It's Outdoors with the Morgans, P.O. Box 2140, Cranberry Township, PA 16066. And people have been sending us license plates. We get letters. We get all kind of stuff, and we always read them. And Melissa gave me one today to read. It's an amazing story. It's pretty crazy. So there's this guy. I'm not going to use his name or anything like that, but he actually grew up not far from where we live. And I never really knew him. I met him when he was a little kid, but I never really knew him. And anyway, he would be about 15, 16 years younger than what I am. Probably something like that. Maybe 14 years. I don't know. Doesn't matter. So he grew up around here and graduated the same high school I did. And then he went to college. Then he joined the military. And he was in the military for 8 years. Did, I think, 4 tours in Iraq and Afghanistan. Made it through all that. Came home. And he lives a couple hours north of us now, up there where the Good Cherry is that I always talk about. And anyway, once he got out of the military, I'm not sure how long he was out, but a couple years ago, he was in a horrible accident. Somebody crossed the double yellow line. They were driving under the influence and hit him head on. He tried to avoid it. I read the news article on it. And 4 people in the other car all passed away, and he survived. He was banged up really bad. And during his recovery, he started getting on YouTube, and he found our channel, and he shares the same kind of interests. And so he's been watching all our videos ever since then. That was back in 2019. And then come to find out, he talked to his mother, and she knows me. You know, we're from the same town and everything. And he said, he's good friends with your cousin, which I am. His cousin and I were really good friends growing up. And I dressed up as a clown at this guy's 6-year-old birthday party. That's a true story. I remember that. I didn't know his dad real well. I know his cousin really well. But for some reason, I could juggle. I learned how to juggle. I don't know. First time I ever tried, I could just do it. And this guy's dad, he thought that was amazing or something, and he got me, somehow talked me into doing it. I can't believe. Dress up as a clown, and I went to this kid's birthday party. I bombed. I mean, I wasn't a practicing clown or anything, but I could juggle, and that's all I remember is dressing up like a clown, going to this kid's birthday party that I didn't know, and juggling. And here we are, you know, what, 30 years later or whatever. And he lives north of us. He's been through a lot, and he watches our YouTube channel. So I thought that was pretty crazy. But it's like we're all just kind of interconnected or something somehow. And people you meet in the past, they pop up in the future. It's all pretty wild. And this channel has really brought us together with a lot of people, which is pretty cool. But anyway, I got this brush hogging done. We're going to head up to the house, knock out some mowing. Things growing like crazy around here. For July, it's not normally like this. Usually it's dried up by now, but we have had a ton of rain. But next couple of days look pretty good. Last week was real wet, though. But anyway, that's it. We will report back in a bit. Alright, I just got back up to the house. I'm going to hop on the ExMark here and do all the mowing. It usually takes me about 45 minutes total, which isn't too bad at all. Back years ago when we just used a regular riding mower, the yard was actually much smaller then. Take about 3 hours. So everything from here down there to where we cut firewood, that all used to be wood. So we have a bunch more grass now. And yeah, about 45 minutes, I can knock it out with this. Oh boy, I got a problem. It's all right. Whew. All right, all I have left is this section right here. And over there in front of the building, I'm going to give that another week. I recently planted that. It's coming in really nice. I'm just going to let the roots kind of take hold a little bit better. But before I continue, I want to mention something about this mower. I can't speak for all zero turns. I've ran probably 3 or 4 different brands, but this is a fantastic mower. And one thing to keep in mind, zero turns are a one-trick pony. You know, you're not using it for anything else but cutting grass, but it does that one trick very, very well. One thing I like about this ExMark, there's several things, but what really stands out, look how this is kind of like hunkered down. The engine, the frame, everything sits real low. These things are notorious, you know, when you're on hills for the front end sliding down the hill. They just don't do great on hills, you know. They don't want to roll over or anything like that. They want to slide on you. This one here is the best that I've run on hills, and I think it's because of that low center of gravity. Everything's just kind of hunkered down. If you're looking for a zero turn, you know, I would recommend doing your best to try to get a demo unit and try it out on your property. I had that bad boy mower before, and it was a good mower. I didn't have any problems with it. And it was probably the first in the commercial line. So this is definitely a more expensive mower. But anyway, I remember the first time down at my mom's place mowing it. She's got some steep hills down there, and I'm cruising along in that bad boy. And on the lower part of her lawn, next thing I know, I'm down in the trees. It just slid right down in there. And this one does not do that at all. I don't have any problems running the side hill with this one. There's a huge difference. All right, I got all my mowing done. Now we're down here. We're going to make some room. What I have over here is just a little tree line. There's a bunch of grapevines, a bunch of invasive stuff. There's a few maple trees that are in bad shape, a couple little oaks. And what we're going to do is try to clean this stuff up. It keeps growing in, and I'd like to widen this out a little bit here. But this is very rewarding or very relaxing. I don't know what you call it. Pulling this stuff out with an excavator, because all of us know like how much work this is if you're to do this with like a chainsaw and try dragging all this stuff out of here by hand. I've got a little bit of a fire going down there. Once I get some stuff on it, it should take right back off again. And even the smaller stuff here, it's down over the bank, so I can't get it with the brush hog. So we're just going to yank it all out with this. Make a few trips to the burn pile.
There goes Mike and the Kubota. He, as you can see, he's been working down here, cleaning all that up. That was all like just kind of clustered of vines and branches that started to overgrow all that. So he got a fire going and burned a lot of it, and just kind of graded that up. I think it looks pretty nice. Today was tie day, so that usually results in me going to bed early. I made steak and potatoes and gravy for dinner, and we had a Caesar salad. So everybody's bellies are full. I think after we finish up our work, just a nice shower, we can head to bed. I know that's my plan. I'm thinking it might be Mike's too. It's a fairly nice day today, a little bit of humidity, but I'll tell you what, no rain, and you know, anything that's not thunder, lightning, and rain showers and high humidity, we're happy with. Our skies are full cloudy and gray, but it was a great day. And if you have a few minutes, go to Morgan's Off the Leash and check out my channel. You'll probably be pleasantly surprised with the high entertainment value of the videos. Nice. Can you see that? He's so good at that. He's taking this big chunky rock and pushing it over there with that grader. I don't like that big chunky rock. Nice, good job. He's doing good with that. That big chunky rock, it's just hard to walk on personally. That's my thought of it. But he's just pulling that over there, spread it out some. This doesn't need to be as thick. All right, another thing that I'm noticing, because I try to watch him and then, you know, collect my thoughts of how I can improve when I'm doing something in one of the tractors, is he's got a short distance to like grab this thick rock, the chunky rock, and pull over there and then hurry up and turn. And then when he backs up, he's got to make sure he's not too close to this conveyor. So, yeah, so the Melissa commentary is just this. He's very good at what he's doing. He knows his surroundings, and I think we have to all be that way when we're in a tractor or another piece of equipment. There, so he gets it done, lifts it up, drops the last of it. He knows where to back up. He knows exactly how far to back up over here. It's a lot to think about, and at the same time, do the job that you're doing correctly.
All right, so things are shaping up. It's amazing when all those weeds and all that brush was over this way. You know what I mean? How much more room it has once you get it cleaned up. But this rock right here, Melissa hates it. You probably already mentioned that, huh?
I did. Don't like the big chunky rock.
It's good base rock, Melissa.
Yeah. Oh, base rock, goodbye.
But anyway, got everything cleaned up here. I'm going to work a little bit more here, spread some more rock down there. And we're just trying to get organized down here, make some more room for an eventual pavilion, shelter thing, all that. But
I plan on putting it right down in here, the heart of the central command center.
Yeah, we have to figure out. I'll have to lay everything out. Then we need a firewood bin.
I thought it was going to be like...
Maybe.
Okay.
I got to figure it out, Melissa. We don't jump to decisions around here. You know what I mean?
Well.
I got to think things through a little bit.
Well.
So I told them at the beginning of this video, the story, I didn't use any names about that letter that we got today. Wasn't that pretty cool?
Oh my goodness. Yeah, very cool.
You trying to juggle there made me think of that. I told them the whole story about that.
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah. But anyway, I think that's it. One thing worth a mention, don't forget, Paul Bunyan show, 1st of October. We'll be there. And I think that's it. Do you want to wrap this up unless you have something you want to add?
Paul Bunyan. So get your flannel, get your suspenders, and get your brawny paper towels.
That one year, though, it's in October. It was like 100 degrees, remember?
Oh, yeah. Whew.
Yeah.
That was hot. I'm a little gamey by the end of the day. People were like, I want a picture. Ah, that's okay. I'll just stand here and get a picture. All right. Thanks so much for being here, for liking and subscribing. We really appreciate it. We'll see you on the next one. Thanks.